Okay, guys, so this is a Python code that I can use to explain what we were talking about in the other video about the use of modules and the use of structured charts to represent those modules. So in the example, we had one main function or one main problem that was to calculate the average of two numbers. Now, as you can see, this procedure called averages is made out of 1, 2, and 3 modules, just like in the example, where the first module is just input numbers, and this input numbers returns a couple of numbers, right? In this case, these couple of numbers are going to be stored here in this variable. Then those numbers are received by the calculate average function, right? And this returns the average, right? And that average is passed to the last module, which is output average, which prints it out, right? So, well, actually this shouldn't be a print. This should be just calling the procedure. So if we want to take a look at these different functions, input numbers is a module that prints a message to the screen, then creates a variable to store the numbers, and then adds these two numbers to that array. And then it returns the array with the two numbers. Then I use those two numbers as a parameter here. As you can see, I first store the two numbers in this variable, and then I pass it as a parameter here to calculate average. And calculate average takes this array, takes the two elements, and then adds them together and then divides it by 2. And then it returns that value, which is going to be a number. And this number, which is the average, is then passed to this procedure called output average, which receives that variable and simply prints a message saying the average is, and then returns the value or prints the value of the average. So if we run this program and I enter 5 and 8, is going to give me a 6.5, just like you had in the example. All right, guys, so I hope you can see how this structure chart is useful to define modularity in a solution for a problem, and that can even be represented here using Python. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Bye-bye.